What's up, world? Welcome to The Positive Truth, uplifting and positive news for a more progressive society than what we're trying to bring.
Here at The Positive Truth, we're trying to bring awareness, empowerment, inspiration, optimism, and understanding to communities everywhere.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. We're bringing you another 5 uplifting news stories, make your week a little bit better. And this Friday, we're having a great episode about healthier ways to basically use social media. Tim, how do you feel about that episode?
Man, I felt like it was amazing.
Have you applied any to your life?
I definitely have tried. I mean, I have very little self-control, so I'm definitely trying, though.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let's get right into these uplifting news stories.
Go ahead and start this off, JP.
I got you. This one's real quick. It's a cancer fact. Cancer death rate has went down 25% since 1991.
Man, that's awesome to hear.
Bam. That quick.
That's awesome to hear.
Absolutely. What you got, Tim?
I'm going to go ahead and go over to all the way across the world to Aruma, Japan. There's a small town. It's using QR codes to help identify wandering people with dementia. Those that don't know what dementia is, it's a mental disease that affects your memory. It could affect your personalities. You change from the person you are. And it usually affects, people over the age of 65. So in this town, there's 1/4 of the population in Japan actually is over the age of 65. So they decided they wanted to try something. They tried to use stickers for clothes to put on elderly people's clothes, their aunts, their uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, and make sure they can identify them or find them if they did get lost, if they wandered off. It just wasn't working out. The stickers would fall off. So they finally invented a QR code that you can stick to your finger and toenails. It contains an address, a phone number, and ID information. The stickers get changed bi-weekly as the nails grow, so whenever the sticker might be falling off, or if you need to cut your nails, you go ahead and take them off, cut your fingernails down, put the stickers right back on it, and it works wonders. I think that's amazing because there is a lot of people with dementia or Alzheimer's that are wandering out of the house and getting lost, and it's embarrassing for the families for sure. It's hard to explain, oh, I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to my grandmother whenever she walked out of the house, and I can't find her now. It's hard to explain that to a police officer, to a neighbor, especially if it happens over and over again. So the fact that they invented some QR codes that you can put on your fingernail to help identify those with dementia and Alzheimer's if they do get lost, I think is amazing. So shout out to Aruma, Japan for trying that.
Absolutely. I love it. Especially since yesterday I lost my car in the parking lot of Target, so...
We got to put a QR code on that car for you, JP.
I appreciate that, man. And the third positive news story is about new reusable energy in a Dutch train. Basically, it's an electric train in Denmark. It transports 600,000 people per day and is running completely 100% on wind power. It needs, yeah, I know, right? It needs 2.2 billion kilowatts of electricity a year, and they figured out how to use their most popular train, all wind power, and they're going to try to get all their trains on it.
Man, that's
as soon as possible. So yeah, that's a great thing.
Wind power energy is real too. I mean, just driving through Oklahoma, there's the big old windmills everywhere. I'm driving to Dallas. I went to Enid last week for a basketball tournament, and there was huge windmills all throughout Enid as well. And I was, man, clean energy is where it's at right now. I'm glad everybody, is finally putting that foot forward to take advantage of it.
Where is Enid at?
It's North Oklahoma. I want to say it's about an hour and 40 minutes from Oklahoma City, northwest.
Tim, man, you got a house. You should put solar panels on your house.
When I can afford to do that, I might think about that, for sure.
I don't think it's that expensive.
Oh, really?
I really don't.
You know what? We're going to have to do an episode over solar panels or something because I need to see how easy it is. I wonder how easy it is.
I like it.
My last one is, JP, have you ever been dared to do something positive?
No.
See, exactly. Me either. I can think of some dares, and we can't talk about it on air. So let's go right back to this story. Well, Bob Rutherford, at the age of 88, was dared by a friend to basically make a machine that makes socks really fast. They were into an argument, and Bob said, I can build a machine that makes socks fast. His friend said, no, you can't. Bob said, yes, I can. And then again, his friend said, no, you can't. So Bob said, I'm going to work. So Bob Rutherford decided to make this machine. He used these two tubes he put together, basically, make socks really fast. Matter of fact, he's made over 10,000 pairs of socks with two super-powered machines that he used with these tubes. What he does with these socks is he gives them to shelters in Saskatoon and across the country. Ever since his wife passed away, he felt like he didn't have anything. He felt like he didn't have a purpose. So the quote that I was going to use at the end of the episode, which I'm going to say right now, his son said, if you want to help yourself, help somebody else.
Say it again, Tim.
Man, if you want to help yourself, help somebody else. It inspired Bob to make these machines, to make these socks out of wool that was donated to him by another friend, and to give them away to shelters all across the country, which me and you both know that the number one thing that homeless people need, that shelters need, are socks and underwear. So the fact that this man, instead of being depressed and letting life eat him away, he's using, at the age of 88, using his skills to help others. I think it's amazing and super inspirational. Shout out to Bob Rutherford.
And he was how old when he made this?
88. Matter of fact, he started making them by himself, and now he has a couple friends. One is at the age of 85, and the other one, he called him young and said he's a nice young man and he's good company. He's at the age of 65.
Age can't hold you back, man.
It cannot. You just got to have the drive and the will to do it.
Speaking of the drive and the will to do it, my last positive news story is about a 105-year-old Frenchman that rides 14 miles in an hour to set a world record in cycling.
Wow, at 105?
105.
Man, I'm over here complaining about running a marathon at the age of 28.
So have you ever, there's a type of cycling with like indoors and it's on that little like track is slanted. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's 92 laps to go 14 miles. And he's busting all kinds of world records. Just like last year, he covered 16.7 miles in 1 hour. And he's doing this at 105. The man was born in 1911, man.
Oh my God. He said he was born in 1911. Well, there's no excuse for anybody out there. If that's not inspirational as an athlete or just as a person, period, to get up and do something that you always thought you could do, get up and do it. He's doing it at 105, breaking world records, riding a bike for 14 miles. Most of us won't even get up and walk a mile. And this man is riding a bike at the age of 105. He was born in 1911, people. 1911.
So when he turned 100, he was like, I'm gonna bike 100 kilometers, which is 62 miles. And he did that too. He never pushes his limits. He goes to bed at 6 p.m., wakes up at 6 a.m. He says if he had been doping, he wouldn't be there anymore. He just keeps pushing, tries to get a little bit better every single day. So his name is Robert Marchand. And I think we need to post these two stories on our Facebook, these last two we've done.
Oh, for sure. They'll be on the Facebook for sure. So after you guys hear this, if you guys want to read about it a little bit more or watch a video on a couple of these stories, go to our Facebook. And I promise you they'll be there. They'll be nice to check out.
So hopefully these positive news stories made your day a little bit better, help you push through, help you not give up, help you show the world is a little brighter than the regular nightly news makes you think it is. Tim, where can you find us at?
You can follow us on Facebook at The Positive Truth Podcast, Twitter, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and SoundCloud at TPT_podcast.
All right, we out.
We out. Stay positive.